Boy, there's no doubt about it. Having kids can be very rewarding, but parenting is also long, hard work. I think anybody who is a parent will agree with that. It takes a lot of your time and your money. And parental burnout is a real thing. So we have asked Dr. Vince Callahan to join us here on Portland's Afternoon News to talk more about this. Vince, good to have you here today.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
At the end of each summer, I remember my parents breathing a sigh of relief with the realization that the new school year was going to be coming really quickly. Parental
Right.
burnout, it's not anything new, right?
No, it's been around since the 70s as an official title of something. Burnout comes because parents are stressed out and they don't feel they have the resources to help them. They get exhausted both emotionally and physically, and they have their own poor mental health capacity, I guess we could use that word.
So what are the warning signs of parental burnout, or some of the more common ones?
Some of them, things like overthinking, you just can't turn your brain off. Over achieving, you've got to do it all. Over doing, you just can't stop. I mean, you're constantly doing and doing and doing and doing. Those things where parents just have to make sure everything works to the perfection, just being perfect. It's too much.
Our guest on Portland's Afternoon News today is Dr. Vince Callahan. He's a mental health specialist, and we are talking about parental burnout. Vince, from what I've read, you're not alone if you're a parent experiencing burnout. A survey taken just last year showed that 66% of working parents said they felt burned out.
Absolutely. And I think this, I have a little pet peeve. I think we started this when we started doing the participation trophies. I think they've done more damage than anything. But I work with families right now, and I've got a family that has two little boys, and the mom does most of the parenting. Dad's doing his thing. Dad's working. Dad comes in at night, sometimes late at night, and she is frazzled. I mean, she just doesn't know what to do or where to turn. It's a very common problem.
Okay, so we know we're not alone. What can we do about parental burnout?
Well, number one, you've got to attach. Now, here's what I mean by that. COVID turned us all into working families that weren't able to use electronic devices. We actually had to do something and talk and be a family, and people didn't know how to handle that because they hadn't done that very often. Kids need attachment. They need to connect and they need to bond. And when we do that, their behavior changes totally. That whole get on your last nerve and be a stressor and all of those things that happen because of lack of attachment. Kids need time. They need time with you. And they need a routine that is filled with interactions that are not electronic devices. I'm a big fan of put the devices down.
We've been talking to Dr. Vince Callahan. Vince, thanks for your time.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.